All right, what up, though? Let me do audio check. All right, what up, though? Let me do audio check. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Detroit Lions Weekly for October 23rd, 2025. This is the bye-week edition. The Detroit Lions are off this week. We got week 8 starting today. So my computer, bro, it might be time to upgrade. I had the big homie send me a computer. See, you see what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm clear to y'all, but I'm slow to me. Okay. All right. So we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that. I didn't want to do it during the season because I got to transfer all my files from the old computer to the new computer. But I might have to actually expedite that. If I get choppy or anything, let me know. I did do a cleanup before I went live. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to do that. We'll have to do that after the season. Hopefully I can get through the season. This is year 4 of this computer. Year 4. So yeah, we'll see. It just started acting up a couple days ago. So we will see. What's up, everybody in the comment section? Thank you guys for being subscribers of 3 days or longer. I appreciate it. We got Run DC. We got Camille. We got Win. We got Denzel. What up? What up? I'm leaving here with something. What's up, Dre? We got Win. We have Lauren. What up, though? Member gang. We have Bud Tribe. What's up, Christopher? What's going on? We got Nick. Who else is in the building? Sawyer Poole. We have, who else we got? We got, I saw Lori up in here. We got Rich in the building. What up, Rich? Fave, Brian, Wig. What up, what up? And everybody else. What's good with y'all? What's up, what's up? All right, so let me know if I get skippy and choppy and let me know. All right, so, man, oh man, Lions are off this week, sitting in 5th place, 6th place in the NFC. It's going to be I think it's going to be a good weekend. And I think it's also going to be a good week for the Lions to really determine what they got to do. I see you guys talking in the comment section about what we need. And a lot of y'all think we need a left tackle. I'm going to say, I don't know, man. I disagree with you. I disagree. I agree and disagree. And the reason I say I agree and disagree is I think we're going to have to invest in a left tackle. Don't forget, Penei Sewell was asked to move to the right. So technically we could throw him over there and draft a right tackle, but we probably won't do that as long as we have Decker. You know, I don't know what we're going to do, but Taylor Decker was suspect at best on Monday night. And I think that the Detroit Lions are going to move on from him this offseason. I did see a rumor on Facebook. Hey, Lori. Hey, Spence. The new onside kick alternate sounds interesting. I did see and I think this is a bold-faced lie, that Frank Ragnow was talking about coming out of retirement for one last ride. I'm like, man, they just be creating any type of thing. I have not heard anything about Frank Ragnow coming out of retirement. So that would be something. What up, Glasses? What's good with you? Abuka got locked up by a UFL player. It won't be a good weekend for the NBA family. Yeah, I saw that the Pistons, man. I didn't get a chance to watch yesterday. Quick question: what position does Miles Frazier play? Could it be possible replacement for Decker? You know, that's a good question, bro. That's a good question. Have I heard from Hollywood? Not really. Not really. He pops in here every so often. Lions getting some much needed rest is what we're getting. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So Chauncey Billups got arrested. I saw that, bro. I mean, I used to have Lori. I saw that, Lori, but I had a Chauncey Billups jersey. Chauncey Billups was my favorite Pistons after Joe Dumars. Believe it or not, I didn't really. Okay, let me be very careful with this. Everybody else loved Isaiah Thomas. Joe Dumars is my favorite NBA player. He's my favorite NBA player, man. He had a pure shot. You know what I'm saying? The shooting guard. Joe Dumars was my guy. So everybody else loved Isaiah. I love Joe Dumars. What up, Cordell? NBA opener was Cinema. I was talking about the gambling scandal going on. Yeah, man. I did see some stuff about that. I don't know what's happening, but he was illegally gambling. I didn't read the story. I really didn't. I've been working on my computer, but I did see it, and I'm like, dang, bro. Chauncey seemed like a good dude. I mean, what happens now, right? Now, I don't know, man. Just look, y'all got to be careful. Y'all got to be careful when it comes to gambling. You have to be careful, man. Like, You got to be careful. Chauncey knew exactly what he was doing. So anyway, what a sad day. Like, it really is, man. It really is. Ben Wallace was your guy. Goes to show we are all human and make mistakes, but it was extremely unethical. Okay, you know what? I need to read what happened. I need to read what happened. Let me see. It says, and the NFL and NBA promotes this hype. Yeah, you know what? And that really took effect when Roger Goodell came in office. Roger Goodell might have been the best and worst thing to happen to the NFL. Like, real talk. All right. So let's talk about some Detroit Lions, man. All right. So we are going to be. Oh, one of my dudes just told me that Brandon Perna's curse wheel landed on the Broncos. Oh, man. It was Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, and 30 members of the Mafia family. Whoa, my God. We need to move on from J-Mo, to be honest. If we're not going to use him, no point in paying him that much. Okay, let's start there. What's up, Peg? Okay. I hear what you're saying. The Detroit Lions are not going to move on from J. What is this J-Mo freak out? Speaking of Jameson Williams freak out, I'm glad you said that because I want to make a video. I'm not going to do it right now, but I got this on my video list of things to talk about. The internet is kind of freaking out about Jameson Williams, that he's not getting the ball. He had the one target, oh Lord, the Chauncey Billups thing is out of control. It's out of control. But I want to show you something that I think the internet is freaking out about Jameson Williams, and I think that it's a little too early for that. If I'm being honest with you, I think it's a little too early. Okay, all right. So let me show you this tweet that I made, and I'll probably bring this into my video as well. So this is a tweet that I did, courtesy me, right? And this tweet is from a couple nights ago. Says, don't worry about Jameson Williams. He's doing his job, not making a peep or a ruckus. He'll get his, right? Look at this, though. I posted this at 1:30 in the morning. Look at the views. When I went to bed, it had like 200 views. It's got 84,000 views, man. 71 comments. What is that? 52 reposts. 1,000 likes, bro. 1,500 likes. Jameson Williams will be fine. He'll be fine. What we have to figure out is Morton has to figure out how to get him the ball. And I'm going to tell you what I think is happening. I think what is happening is the Detroit Lions. Okay, let me ask y'all in the comment section. What do you think that we're missing? Put it in the comment section. What do you think the Detroit Lions are missing from their offense? And then we'll go from there. You just said trade him because everybody wants J-Mo. Look, let me tell you what, he killing my fantasy team. That's for sure. Goff doesn't have time for the play. What's wrong with being an $80 million decoy, says Mister. We ain't moving on from J-Mo. Okay, so Ray says Tim Patrick. Bud Tribe says a different OC. Fave says Tim Patrick. If we added an above average pass rusher and better offensive play calling, consistency at O-line, says Kamel. J-Mo and Tesla, better pass protection. Okay, all right. So I'm going to say this. I agree with both of you. I think that it's 30% protection. I think it's 70% that we don't have the intermediate guy. We don't have the intermediate guy. So check this out. And St. Brown is the every guy. He can do everything. He can go deep occasionally. He can do intermediate. He can do the quick run. We are missing Josh Reynolds. Well, before we are missing Tim Patrick. Trading Tim Patrick was a bad idea right now. It was a bad idea. You also have, even when Taylor Decker was in there, Jameson Williams wasn't going off. I mean, he had the 2 catches, 108 yards when Taylor Decker was playing. But I think that what it is if you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're accounting for Jameson Williams. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Now, any receiver wants more touches. If this was Amon-Ra St. Brown, he will want more touches. Jameson Williams has not made a ruckus. He has not made a sound. The only thing he did on Instagram is put a post like he was bored. I mean, I feel that. I feel that, right? There's one football to go around. Even David Montgomery. Was it just me, or did y'all catch him on the sideline looking kind of bored? Everybody wants the ball, but the only person that touches it is Goff in the center every play, right? So not even Goff. If they do a direct snap, the center touches it every play. So I think what it is, honestly, is it's the fact that, yes, the offensive line is shaky. We know how important that is. But I think really it's the fact that if you don't have that intermediate guy, it's like Jameson Williams. Because I'm looking at, what is our offense? Think about this. What is our offense? What is our offense? It's St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, that's it. Sam Laporta ain't really balling, right? It's crazy. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a very quiet, 6 receptions, 1 touchdown, 84 yards. Like, where's our offense coming from? It's like Jahmyr Gibbs, a little bit of David Montgomery, and St. Brown. St. Brown, right? So I just think that we have to, because right now, I'm like, why do we even draft Tesla right now? Okay, I know why we drafted him. Why did we trade Tim Patrick? The better question is, why do we trade Tim right now? If Tesla wasn't going to get out there with the ones, why do we trade Tim Patrick? The best team in the NFL, no cap. Laporta is the intermediate guy now. Okay, Leo, but what I'm saying is, why aren't we using him? Right? Why are we? Do you know that Josh Reynolds, just like, okay, I was watching the Jets guy, and I know y'all don't really like Josh Reynolds, and I know he hasn't been the same since he left Detroit, but I was watching a Jets creator, and he was just like ragging on Josh Reynolds. And I was like, wait a minute, you don't have a quarterback. You got Justin Fields. You cannot rag on any receiver if you have a running back as a quarterback, right? So I'm like, Josh, and he still was stepping up, and he's like the number 2 wide receiver for the New York Jets. And that's with no quarterback. So I think that I think what it is we're missing Tim Patrick. So we're not scheming. The plays that we're not making any plays or many plays with that intermediate wide receiver. That's just my opinion. Stat sheets to look like the Rams. They toss the ball around. Bro, it's kind of making me sick to my stomach that Stafford is doing so well. I'm not going to lie. They talk about MVP. Do you know Stafford leads the NFL in passing? Stafford leads. They're legitimate at 37, 38 years old. They're talking about Stafford for MVP. I can't even take it, bro. I can't even take it. Yeah, Tesla is really good, but he not an instant plug and play security blanket, and Josh Reynolds or Tim Patrick were. Tesla will make a good development connection with golf. But here's my thing though. Why is he not out there? John Morton isn't an offensive coordinator. He's a passing coach. Everybody have games. It's a lot of football left. What's up, Steve? Says Derek, no lie. I always hate Reynolds. Hold on. The drops he had against San Francisco is unforgivable. You know what, Steve? I don't know, bro. I hear you, but I can't. I can't, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at big picture. So, wait a minute. We got a super chat. Says, what's up, Charles? Appreciate you, bro. Says, let me ask this. How many people complaining because of for fantasy football or gambling? JMO said he good, whether he gets touches or not. You know what, bro? That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you, but that's a good question. I think they just want to see him, but that's a good question. I never thought about that. I never thought about like an agenda of why people are complaining. I just think you got this big play threat. You've got this guy and he's not getting targeted. Like he had the one catch that was overturned, right? Or something like that. Or it was a penalty, something crazy. So I think people just want to see him go off. They've always had a soft spot for Jameson Williams. Derek, my question is, why did Brad give up so much for Tesla this draft and next year when he could have got him where we were picking from? Run, I don't know. Maybe Brad has some information we don't about, people coming up or people who are interested in him. I don't know. I don't know, bro, because now we in a sticky situation. We don't have a 3rd round pick for next year. Oh, speaking of that, so I have to make a video. I saw a tweet about the fact that we could get a comp pick or something if DJ Reed plays. He has to play 48% of the snaps or something like that. I didn't do any deep diving, but I have to look into that. I got a lot of videos to make. Mr. says, Miss Reynolds and Tim Patrick. Yeah, I think Josh Reynolds got a raw deal. I really do. I really do. It took a while for Patrick to get rolling. Absolutely. Hey, Ian, but Tim Patrick was in there. Like, Tesla, what are we doing, bro? The dude on special teams, put him in the game. They absolutely need to get J-Mo and Tesla going. But here's the thing, though. If you're scheming up, like, think about this. Our only deep threat is Jameson Williams. And see that, so I don't want to rag on Brad Holmes. I really don't want to do that. But when you start thinking about it, we don't have a deep threat. He's the only one. Look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? You got Ibuka, and until Monday night, you had Mike Evans. Chris Godwin could have been the middle guy. We need a second. I thought Tesla was going to do that, right? I really did. And Josh Reynolds, he wasn't really a deep threat, but he took some heat to me off Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And so did Tim Patrick. Kansas City is good for other reasons. Stop it, okay? I'm tired of seeing them run Gibbs up the middle and the third and long screen plays. I will say this, though, bro. That big old touchdown was run up the middle. It really was. So I don't know. I agree with you, though. Fred, what did you say, bro? Fred said, J-Mo gonna get his. Trust me, he's too much football. Yeah, J-Mo's going to be fine. Camille says, apparently the Rams wanted Tesla. You know what? He fit right over there. You know what? Tesla is a dog, 100%. He got to play, though. We got to get him in the game, bro. Put him out there. Put Jameson Williams, St. Brown, Tesla. I mean, Khalif Raymond. They playing Khalif more than Tesla. So I don't really get it. What's up? Says, yet he couldn't get Tesla without moving up. Several teams, especially the LA Rams, were going to draft him. Do your research. Tesla couldn't. You know what, bro? All that could have been facts, but why is he not playing like he should be? Why is he not playing? Why is he out special teams? Like, you know what I'm saying? They tried to get Tesla the ball on that fourth down, but okay, here's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Let me see. A don't know for you, even though we disagree a lot. LOL. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I got 2K on the Lions to make it to the Super Bowl against KC and win it. Let me see. We need a guard and tackle. Derek, we should get a center this deadline, some dog that's out there. All right, so wait, Tim Patrick is injured. When did he get injured? When did Tim Patrick get injured? Tesla dog, but we got to unleash him though. That's what I'm saying. All right. So let's talk about my favorite position. Don't you dare go there, okay? Let's talk about my favorite position, man. You know what time it is. Lions got, what do we got? We got about 10 days, something like that, to the trade deadline. And do you think that the Detroit Lions are going to make a move? Now, I'm hearing that people want cornerback. I'm hearing, of course, edge. Everybody's like edge. When you don't properly address it for years, then you got to talk about it. But now offensive lineman is getting sprinkled out there. I'm going to say, I think Decker has enough to get us through this year. I think he got enough. Lord Jesus, intuition picks with Anna D. Oh, Lord. Says Brad Holmes is an excellent GM, and he's taking the Lions to the Super Bowl. Well, first of all, I appreciate the donation. I hope them intuition picks go well for you. Brad Holmes is an excellent GM, and he's taking the Lions to the Super Bowl. I actually got a video about Brad Holmes that I'm going to make, and it's going to be different from what you might expect. It's going to be the same, but different at the same time. I appreciate that, and I hope you're right that he is the general manager to take the Lions to the Super Bowl. No cornerbacks for the love of God, says Jay Smooth. Run says Derek, apparently Tim Patrick is out with a growing injury. Okay, well, that must have just happened because he played not too long ago. We need an O-lineman. Decker isn't going to make it. Need offensive lineman help way more than edge. Okay, so... Okay, well, throw some offensive linemen out there. That's crazy to me. It really is that we need more offensive line help. Do we? Panay Sewell, put him to the left. Put him on the left side. Throw somebody on the right. How do we need? I hear what y'all saying. I think you can work around it. Jared Goff, 3-step drops. Get rid of the ball. Up the screen passes. You can work around it. We got to be able to get to the quarterback, though. Man, just sitting in the hospital. I need my charging cord. Rich, you still in the hospital, bro? Do you think we're finding a new left tackle next year flat for Decker? Absolutely, I do. I think that, as a matter of fact, let's look up and see, when do the Detroit Lions have an out? Because remember, they wind up signing him to a 3-year deal. Bruh. The first you type in Taylor, you're going to get Swift right away. See that? You know what, man? Look, I'm sorry, man, but you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize. Brad paid Taylor Decker. He invested in the O-line way more than the D-line. We need an edge rusher. We need an edge rusher. So, plus, let Taylor, let him heal. Let him heal. Put Skipper out there. We put Taylor out there. He wasn't ready. Let him finish this year. Let him go. All righty. Here we go. Taylor Decker has spent his last year. This is his last year with the Detroit Lions. All right, check it out. This is coming from Spot Track. Taylor Decker will not be a Detroit Lion next year. The Detroit Lions signed him to a 2-year deal in the offseason of 2020. I think it was a 3-year deal, offseason of 2024. His potential out is after this season. Taylor Decker will not be a Detroit Lion after this year. If we were to part ways with him after this year and they take that potential out, they're going to get rid of him. Cutting him after this year, he was not going anywhere this year. Cutting him after this year, dead cap, $9 million, $6 million after that. Taylor Decker has spent his last year as a Detroit Lion. This is it for him. He will not be here next year. So here's what I'm saying. Get through this year. Let him heal. Lions are 5-2, okay? He don't have to be out there against the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, the defense is crazy as far as they pass rushers and stuff. But, you know, you got Dallas Turner, right? You got guys, but put Skip out there. I would rather have Panay on that side, honestly. But let Decker heal, let him have his last ride. And then, you know, it's funny because those two guys, Frank Ragnow and Taylor Decker, anchored the offense. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe, so here's another reason why we need edge. Oh, shoot, we got another super chat from, okay, what's up? Bro, how you say that? Paradise. Okay. Paradise 86. All right, pretend to be the GM right now. Tell us every move you make right now and how each move would affect our future ability to re-sign Code Dies. I really want to hear. No, I will not tell you that because that is not, I appreciate the don't know, but that ain't my job. That's not my job. My job is I see what we need right now, right? That I don't know about the salary cap and as far as the inner workings of that and the scout team and all. No, so I'm not, you know, that's their job. My job is to tell you what I see that we need. And we need a pass rusher. Just like, so you know what? Do this. Tell me, I got a better one for you. Tell me versus the cornerback room, right? And the D-line. Where is most of the investment gone? Like this year. So let me tell you why Lions got to make a move for an edge. Because Brad has not done it, right? You drafted Kobe Sorsdahl, Miles Frazier. You signed Kevin Zeitler. You didn't want to pay him, right? You moved Panay Sewell around to a different tackle, right? Now you have to draft. I wouldn't be surprised if they take with our first round pick a left tackle. They're going to take a left tackle. So my days of edge are going to have to wait. We have no third round pick. So now we're going to have to wait to the second round to get an edge rusher, which is fine if you take one. So we're trying to win this year. We're going to lose. So now we're going to have Panay Sewell. Graham might not even be here next year. So Panay Sewell might be the veteran on the offensive line. That's crazy. Jimmy with the super chat says, we better be saving Tesla for the playoffs and the Gibbs and Monty backfield. Only explanation I can think of not using Goff upright to get tackle. The healthy D is enough to win a Super Bowl. Lions drafting left tackle and center in the first 2 rounds next season. People, please don't cry about it. Drafting the edge and again in the first 2 days. Alita, I'm going to cry about it every day, every single day, bro. I don't know what we're talking about. See, what I'm saying is, so you so quick to talk about left tackle and center. Where's our pass rusher at, bro? Like outside, we have one elite dude, and don't start with me with Al-Qadim Muhammad, man. Come on, man. I thought you were a basement couch GM. I am. That's what we do. That's exact. Hold on. Let me go wide. Let me go. Y'all can keep giving me y'all money though. I keep taking it. Let me go wide. It's right there. This is what basement couch general managers do. They make basement couch decisions. How am I going to make the same? And I don't even have the same intel he has. I don't have that's his job. That's not my job. This is my job. So I don't know. Y'all can keep giving me your money though, because I will surely take it. Let me see. I'm sorry to hear about we won't break 21 against the Vikings. Let me see. We will break 30 against the Vikings. We keeping Demo next year or no, we keeping him. We keeping him. Okay, who's got some good arteries in their body? What about Muhammad? We need him to come back. Okay, so the thing about Muhammad is what people are saying is that like any minute now he can come back. I did see Lions Talk Live and he said something about week 10, so I have no idea. But you aren't, let me see, but you aren't even knowledgeable or understanding the implications, yet you demand a DE. Make it make sense. So here's the deal, bro. For you to get me to answer your question, you're going to give me money. That's how that's going to be. Because you're getting on my nerve right now. So it's funny that I'm not acknowledging the implications. What do you mean acknowledging? I have said, here's the funny thing, bro. First of all, I like this, so keep it coming, right? The implications are that you have to understand something. This is not my job. Brad Holmes' job is to bring a winner to the city. I'm not worried about salary cap. That's his job. I'm telling you what we need. It's Brad's job to make it happen. And I've been right this whole time. Right? So I'm telling y'all right now that Al-Qadim Muhammad is not the guy. But y'all, I told you Broderick Martin was trash. I told you James Houston was trash. And the same thing. So this is not my job. I don't understand that. My job is doing exactly what I'm doing. It's his job. He's the one that's going to get fired if he does. Yo, I've never tried to be him. What I'm telling you is that we still need an edge rusher. And we still need an edge rusher. Whether or not I sit in the basement or I know all the ins and outs of who's available and blah, 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 blah. I know that we're going to be in the hole next year. I know that. I don't understand that, bro. This is funny to me. For the Lions pass rush fun. I appreciate that. Stupid. You stupid. Thank you, Anna D. I appreciate that. What up? Muhammad is a project. Derek, I'll give you $1,000 to donate some of your arteries. That's funny, man. Let me see. Y'all gonna stop giving this bum all your money. I'm gonna appreciate y'all. Oh, Robin. So I'm a bum now, bro? I'm a bum? Okay. That's funny, bro. You know who's a bum? Ooh, let me be careful. Robin, I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed. Oh, that's Rob. I thought it was Robin. Maybe you are Robin. That's funny to me. No, hold on. Rich, don't delete his messages. I donated and you didn't even elaborate on your own point. I did elaborate on my own point. What are you talking about? Let me see. Where you at? I just told you. What are you talking about? I just told you that, bro. These people, man. But like I said, you want to play this game, I can play it right with you. Y'all don't get Derek. Don't y'all get Derek going? So here's what we're going to do. Since Paradise 86, since he wants to be antagonistic, which is fine, you're going to have to pay. That's where we at. And hold on, Robin, where you at? Let me see. C-Pool says the importance of a pass rusher was proven in the Cincinnati Steelers game. Steelers corners are mid at best and we're exposed. Listen, appreciate that, C-Pool. You know what I love about y'all? And Paradise, I'm talking to you, bro. So I'll give you the privilege of commenting without super chatting. But you know what I love about y'all? Y'all on Brad Holmes like it's ridiculous. Like, I can't even say what y'all doing, okay? I can't even say what y'all do to Brad Holmes. But the glazing is insane. The glazing is crazy. What are we talking about? Intuition, I appreciate that. What the super chat says, giving Derek all my money, we could be anywhere else on YouTube. Okay, here we go. So here's what I don't understand. Paradise, these people, what is because I'm black? Bro, stop the cap. Stop it, bro. Okay, so you, I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you because you being funny right now, and I'm done with you. Dern, yes. That's what I mean. I'm gonna remove that message though, Dern. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Okay, so here's what I love. Let me give. I was gonna make this a video, and I'm still gonna make it a video, but I'll say it right now. All right, Brad Holmes. I'm gonna give him his flowers. Why? Because he was willing to trade Matthew Stafford. He was willing to do that. A lot of people had to fit with it. Brad was willing to trade and make the hard decision. I'm looking at Max Crosby. I'm looking at the Raiders saying, we're not going to trade you. I'm looking at the Cleveland Browns. You're not going to trade your best player. Matthew Stafford in 2021, he was our best player. Calvin Johnson had retired. Brad Holmes said, I know what we got to do. We got to trade this guy. We got to start. We're building something new, right? So he traded him. He was willing to do that. I'm watching these other franchises that's not willing to do that. They want to hold on to their guys. So let me see, Derek. No. Hey, Steve, this is called entertainment. This is called entertainment. But I'm not. So he was in my comment section yesterday. So for him, from now on, he's got to pay. That's how that's going to be. For Brad Holmes. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Jared versus unlikely. Okay. He doesn't act like he knows the answers. He just shares his opinion. So here's the deal. Let me go back to Brad Holmes. I have been telling y'all, I told y'all, nobody wants to talk about, when I say nobody, I'm grouping a certain group. So Paradise want to come at me because I'm supposed to know more than Brad Holmes. I've never claimed to do that. I've never said I knew more than Brad. Y'all have said that. I didn't say that, right? This is my job. This is what I do. I'm a basement general manager, Paradise. I got a challenge for you, bro. I will help you start a YouTube channel. Start it. I'll help you. I would love to hear your opinion. I would love for your opinion to be over the whole internet. Please hit me up in my email. We can get together. I help you start the channel, right? So I've never said I know more than him. I never said what I'm doing is holding him accountable. It's his job to put this team together. It's my job to criticize it. It's my job because he's doing this for us, right? Brad Holmes is getting paid to do a job. He needs to do it. So what I said is that our pass rush needs some help. I was right. What I said was James Houston wasn't the answer. I was right. Y'all was saying he was better than Hutch. What I'm saying is Al-Qadim Muhammad is average. I'm right. What I'm saying is, so nobody gonna talk about that, right? You're not gonna talk about the fact that he's invested more capital into in his Rakestraw, right? He drafted in his Rakestraw, nothing. Terrion Arnold, first round pick. Nobody want to say, I've never said that I know better than him. I've said what he needs to do, and that's all I've stood on business. We got another super chat. Says, gee, I was joking about the basement couch GM. Just want to make sure I respect what you do. Bro, first of all, I appreciate the super chat. I didn't feel disrespected. This is entertainment. When it comes to Paradise, see, I read my comments. I'm in my comments. A lot of people got a lot of stuff to say. I've never claimed to know more than him. I just call it like I see it, right? But hey, I'll say this about y'all. And when I say y'all, I'm talking to this group of people. Y'all are pathetic to me. You are a pathetic fan. You know why? Because you are accepting of mediocrity. We have never been to a Super Bowl. Any Lions fan who is sitting in this chat watching football should demand greatness, period. Every year we should demand a Super Bowl, but y'all okay with this guy because he took a team from 0 to 60 in 4 years. I want 70. I want 75, 80. What are we talking about, bro? But we just this is what y'all want. Y'all want this. This is okay with y'all. When Brad earns a Super Bowl, Brad can earn a legacy here. Right now, he's just a good GM. He's borderline great. When he'll be historic if he wins a Super Bowl. That's what I want. I want history. Where's the basement GM Design Favors in front? I was gonna put it over here, but I can't put it anywhere. Let me see. Hello, Michigan. Ahmad. Okay, Paradise, I'll answer this question. Says, I never said you know more. Let me go back up to your comment. All right, so here's where I'm at. But I want Robin to say something. I'm gonna call you Robin too, since you say I like to cry about everything. Here's my thing. My thing is the fact that this is what I do, right? That's what Brad Holmes does. But either way, myself, all the media pundits, and some of you in the comment section, what do you still say? We need a pass rush. See, y'all wishy-washy. Y'all will be, James Houston better than Hutch. No, he's not. Y'all, you know what I heard? Micah Parsons. People trying to compare AQM to Micah Parsons, bro. What are we doing? That's what we're doing? Because AQM is having a career year? Yeah, fine. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. I stand on the same. I never change. It ain't my job to know the ins and outs of every player, what I do. That's not what I do. I call what I see. And what I see is Brad Holmes has neglected the pass rush for years. That's why there's another year that we're looking for an edge. Another year. Why would we be looking for an edge if he didn't neglect it? All our guys are, we re-signed Marcus Davenport. That's not my fault. But who told you it was the bad idea? I did. Why? Because it was right there. Criticize him. Criticize him, bro. All I've ever said is we can afford another big name. Okay, Paradise. Here's where we at, bro. So let's put everything aside because I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for a capable. What I would like is an above average defensive end. I've never asked Brad Holmes to break the bank. I've never asked him to do that. What I've asked him is to get somebody that is above average. That's what I'm asking him. We don't have that guy. We have an elite guy and an average guy. AQM. I put out a poll yesterday. Most of y'all graded AQM as a B pass rusher. A B pass rusher, all right, doesn't disappear for 3 games. That's my opinion. This was the first game that Hutch did not have a sack and the Detroit Lions recorded a sack. That's an elite guy. An elite guy has a bad game. It also doesn't help when they put 3 people on him. I've never asked Brad to break the bank. I've asked him to get a pass rusher. What does he do? With the first pick in the 2024 NFL draft, the Detroit Lions select in his Rakestraw. Terrion Arnold. Okay, cool. Now it's the second round. We coming around. You know what? Brad, you ain't done nothing in free agency. Why am I not hearing that, bro? Why am I not hearing that he signed Marcus Davenport? Why don't I hear that stuff? When you like, dog, you sign bums, you gonna get bums. Robin, are you back yet? All right, I like that too. Can you name someone you want to sign? You've also made a lot of videos saying we should trade for Hendrickson or someone like him. I'm wrong. That's a big name. Okay, so if you can get a big name for a less than big price, all right? So let's take, for example, guys that I would take, reasonable guys, and this is my opinion based off the numbers. Trey Hendrickson, right? They gave him $30 million. He's going to be on the hook for about half that. The Lions will be on the hook for about 15, somewhere around there. Yes. Is he going to be I'm not asking him to be signed next year. The Lions can't do that. They got to sign Aiden Hutchinson. They're going to make Jahmyr Gibbs the highest paid running back in the National Football League. I've pretty much given up on a edge rusher unless Brad drafts him, right? But now we need an offensive line because Decker is done after this year. So now those hopes are gone. So that means that we're going to have to sign maybe a decent guy in free agency. When you keep putting it off, then you're going to have to do it, right? It's like, you ever seen them people when you're driving and their axle is bent, it's broken, and they're on the side of the road with a wheel that's too far one way? It's because they neglected their car, right? Now they got to pay more. Now they got to get a new car, whatever the situation. That's what I feel like Brad is doing. So Kayvon Thibodeau, right? Will McDonald IV, Jermaine Johnson, those guys. Now, I don't know what the draft capital would be for that guy. I don't know what they would be, but those guys, get somebody on a rookie deal. You can say, if you want to call that a big name, fine. If you can get a big name for a less than big price, then fine. But Brad doesn't do Marcus Davenport, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Let me see. We should have gotten Harold Landry underperforming on the Titans. Now he balling on the Patriots for a budget. Okay, Moth Yard. What I heard about Harold Landry was he gets garbage time sacks. That's what they said. They said that he gets all his sacks in garbage time. Then I had an argument with somebody yesterday talking about not an argument, but somebody was like, a garbage time sack. How is it a garbage time sack and you're down 2 scores? I'm like, what are we talking? That's 2 scores with 3 minutes left. That's literally a garbage time sack. That's exactly what that is. So, but the knock on Harold Landry was he gets all his sacks in garbage time, right? Where we at? They finna get a left tackle in the draft, no doubt. Absolutely they are, 100%. Brad cares way more about the O-line than the D-line. That's just a fact. Ben, that is a fact. That is a fact. And guess what? It's going to be a problem eventually. If Brad keeps doing what he's doing, it's going to be a problem. I mean, it already is. It already is, man. I see the same type of fans. We can't have 2-star DEs. Then they go on to say we have to re-sign J-Mo, Branch, and Kirby. So here's what I love. Nobody is criticizing the fact that the Detroit Lions are going to be negative 21 million in the hole. Nobody's saying anything about that, right? I'm not saying break the bank. I've never said that. What I am saying is take a little bit more of a risk, not with a hurt player, but Brad is like, okay, let me ask y'all this. Do you think that we can trade our first round pick? Now we probably can't, right? Because we need to use that first round pick on the left tackle. But last year, perfect time to trade a first round pick for Trey Hendrickson. Perfect time to trade a first round pick for, of course, if we were going to be able to re-sign these guys. But I didn't think that they were going to go into this season not extending Hutch. So now the way that they've done things now, it's changed things. So next year, so check this out. Next year, Jahmyr Gibbs will be the highest paid running back in the National Football League. This is what Brad has to handle next year. Right now, we're $21 million in the hole. $21 million. Hutch has not been extended. Now, we're probably going to cut Taylor Decker. He's probably going to be gone. That's going to increase some money. So let's say that brings us even. We have to sign Aiden Hutchinson. We're going to make Jahmyr Gibbs the highest paid running back in the National Football League. I've been saying this for months. We got to decide. Brian Branch will be on his last year. Sam Laporta, his last year. Jack Campbell, extend him. So this is all what Brad has to do next year. So what I'm saying, trade for a guy on an expiring contract or rookie contract that can help your team this year and maybe next year on a rookie deal. And let's try to win this thing because it's going to get tough. It's going to get tough. I'm bored, Moth. Why do you care so much what I do? Let me see. I say yes. But anybody worried about me and how I get, this is entertainment. This is what sets me aside from the dry eye creators. It's all love. It's never beef or anything like that. I'm going to give you me as a fan, whether you like it or not. All right. So don't worry about me. Nobody is ever under my skin enough. This is entertainment. Let me see. What about Matthew Betts, who's leading the CFL in sacks? First of all, glasses. I didn't know that. Secondly, he signed an extension with the British Columbia Lions. He did that last year. I think he gave up on the NFL. After the Detroit Lions deal what they did to him, he was like, I'm done. You check this out. I was saying we should have signed Matthew Betts. Y'all, we chose James Houston, and then James is cut in November. Right? Nobody ever says, you know what I think it is? This is what I think. And I'm being honest. Here's what I think about what sets, okay, it seems like that I antagonize Brad, right? It seems like that, but Brad runs the team you love. I'm just a dude, right? Brad has that connection to the Detroit Lions, but Brad can walk away. I can't. I've been here my whole life. I'm not going anywhere. Brad will be gone before me. Dan Campbell will be gone before me. I hope not, but he'll be gone before me. I'm not going anywhere. But I think what it is because of the connection to the team and Brad's connection to the team and the fact that he's taken us from 0 to 60 in 2.5 years, I get it. I understand that. But at the same time, I want it all. I want what we're lacking, which is a Super Bowl appearance. It's his job to get us there. I'm going to hold him to the fire. Because I don't want to go another 30 years, another 60 years with no Super Bowl. I won't be here in 60 years. I'm hoping I'm here in 30, right? Shoot, 15. People in their 50s dying. This is more than football to me, guys. This is more than football. That's why I hold Brad Holmes to the fire like that, because it's his job. He knew what he was getting into when he took this job. He knew the baggage that came with this. I will give him his flowers, but I will also criticize him as well. I don't pretend to be him. I don't pretend to know what he knows, but I know what I see. And what I see is we need a defensive end. They had 3. Do you know what was happening on Monday night? It was 2 people on Aleem McNeil and 3 on Aiden Hutchinson. It was 2 guys, and then they would chip him with a running back. If you can put half of your offensive line on one guy, where's the rest coming from? Kenny Powers with the super chat. Appreciate you. Says fans must not realize this is year 5 of our coach QB combo, and you know what the history tells us about there. Yeah, about it. Thank you for the super chat, man. Again, there's not. Do this. What other creator? We dropping names. I want names. Tell me another creator that's like me. Tell me another Lions creator that talks like I talk. Put it in the comment section. Who does that? I'll tell you one. He don't create content right now, whether you love him or hate him. He on a little bit of a break. Sometimes you might hate his takes, but I sound very familiar. There's one guy that he's not making content anymore. Other than that, no, I take that back. There's two guys. Let me see. Hey, Paradise, work. Look, it's chess day, right? Work on your sets, bro. Brad Holmes keeps injured players on the field. He needs to stop doing that. I don't watch nobody else. Appreciate you, bro. You right about Brad. You're a real one. And Motor City Mania. Okay, I love David. This is not a knock on David. Love him. I talked to him off the air. David he loves his team. Like, he loves his team. David is glass half full all the time. And I appreciate that. You need fans to balance fans like me, right? So nothing but love for David, but David is a glass. He is going to always see the good in everything, right? That's not who I am. Let me see. There's one guy, but I don't remember his channel. I catch it. Okay, so I take that back. There's another guy. Yep, Motor City Mania, that's the one. The Muhammad disrespect is unnecessary. What disrespect, DB? How am I disrespecting him? I hate this, bro. I hate this. I talk about this team every day. What Muhammad disrespect? What are we talking about? The dude, his career year is 6.5 sacks. He's on pace for a career year, but he went missing for 3 games. How am I disrespecting him? I don't understand. I don't understand this. How is that disrespect? He went missing for 3 games. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? How is he okay? Motor City Sports Talk. Absolutely. Motor City Cats. I was talking about Adam Bodine. Love him or hate him. Spirit of Detroit. Those were everybody else. And like I said, I love David. This is not I talked to David off the air. David would say the same thing about me. Derek is glass half empty all the time. I'm glass half full. We was going to do a show about Trey Hendrickson. He was against, I was for. Nothing but love for David. But what are we talking about? How are we taking an average guy and making him elite? How am I being disrespectful? Nothing I said was disrespectful. He went missing for 3 games. His career high is 7 and 6.5 sacks. He has 5 on the season. How is that being disrespectful? Are you going to put 2-3 guys on AQM? Probably not. But you're going to put 3 on Aiden Hutchinson. That is putting 1 guy on Hutch is disrespectful. I don't understand, bro. Let me see. The Lions have never been to the Super Bowl. Does that mean they will never make it? No, that's not what that means. But that means until we get there. Okay, Hood Boogie says AQM is a C-tier pass rusher, B- at best. I agree. That's where I put him at. See, y'all just don't like, y'all like I know what it is. I know what it is. It's this. It's my animated. Do you want, every time I post a video and I do this, hi, do you want me to talk like this? Do you want me to make my videos like this? The Detroit Lions just signed AQM Muhammad, and he's a 6-sack guy. Y'all don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. I know what the problem is. The problem is I'm always saying something. Nothing's ever enough for me. It's not. A Super Bowl win is enough for me. I've been down this road before. Two of the greatest people to ever play in football retired from our team. The history sticks with me. I don't know about y'all. Maybe y'all in the moment. I am in the past, the present, the future. I'm everywhere. We don't got all day. We don't have all day. Y'all didn't have to walk through the airport blowing a 17-point lead where some lady is sitting. Oh my God. I was so rooting on you guys for you guys yesterday when all I wanted to tell her was to be quiet. I don't want to talk to you right now. Y'all wasn't walking through the airport. You weren't walking from Levi Field with people singing Niner. You didn't have to hear that. Come on, man. Demand more of your football team. We got the highest price tickets in the league. Demand more. And we ain't won nothing. What is this? But that's sports, though. That's sports. That's why they got us. That's why they have us. That's why we're willing to go. The Green Bay Packers, they have a 30-year waiting list. A 30-year waiting list. Just to get in the building. You got to put in tickets for your grandchildren. Come on, bro. Demand more. Y'all are along for the ride. I'm trying to get to the destination. Y'all looking out the window like, ooh, I'm saying, are we there yet? That's me. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Y'all just looking out the window. Oh, look at the trees. Look at the cows. Moo. You want to feed them? Come on, bro. You the ones with the bucket out as the cows and the llamas is eating. I'm ready to go to the destination, bro. And right now it's Brad's job to do that. We travel to away games. Let me see. Brad got us stuck with Marcus Davenport, and that annoys me. Yeah, but I was saying that though. A leopard don't change his spots. If you stay injured, you're probably going to be injured. I'm just saying, man. I understand what it is, and I proudly wear the mantle. I do. Because like I said, bro, this space has become commercial to me. And yes, y'all watching commercials. That's not what I'm talking about. This space has become the old days of YouTube. Like when I first got into it, do you know? See, y'all don't know this because y'all knew. This whole space 7 years ago was not like this. Do you know if the Lions won and you made a video or you talked about it, they wouldn't get any views? But the moment they lost, everybody they needed to vent. So they would come to people. If I made, when we were winning games with Stafford, nobody cared because they didn't buy into it. They didn't buy into it. So when I made videos when they won, it was like nobody cared. But the minute they lost, one thing I do better than anybody else is rant. When it comes to the Detroit Lions, I will rant my tail off because I am demanding of this football team. I'm about to start paying for season tickets. People are struggling to eat and I'm paying for season tickets, right? So I have always been, but now this space is commercial. It's about telling people what they want to hear so they'll keep watching. That's what it is. It's about saying what I know you want to hear. Yeah, Brad Holmes is, you know what? Brad Holmes never makes mistakes. He's the best general manager I've ever seen. He's going to take us to the Super Bowl. Boom, boom, boom. That's why the Lions would never ask me to do anything. I would never be invited to anything. I don't talk about them in a positive light all the time because I want a Super Bowl. This ain't about the ride for me. This is about the destination. We are the best in the world, right? I'm going to wear my Lions gear proudly wherever I go, but I want to be a winner too. Man, I missed some super chats. My bad, y'all. Says, I'll be happy. Don't promote sponsors. Hey, so Charles, let me tell you something, bro. And I know you talking about sponsors and stuff like that, and I don't get asked. There's been, so I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all because y'all in here with me right now, and I appreciate it. And we almost out of time. And I see your other super chat too. I'll get to it. I'm gonna call these people out. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Believe, but the Believe network is Believe. So it's BLEAV. So they reached out to me. They slid in the DMs. This was about 2 years ago. They came in the DMs. It's the same podcast that Glover Quinn is part of, but not that podcast, but the company. So they came, they sent me an email and we set up an appointment and we met with one of I met with like the owner or like the co-owner. And he's like, yeah, man, we love what you do. I see your channel and blah, blah, blah. People know who I am. So I see your channel, yada, yada. So we start talking and I'm like, cool. What do you think? I'm going to ask y'all, what do you think this guy wanted me to do? What do you think he wanted me to do? Let me see. Paradise says, be honest, this channel is your life's therapy. My life's therapy or the Lions? Because I got multiple channels, bro. But yeah, it helps. Okay. Yo, Derek, they afford of your opinion, LOL. You the hood, you too, Rob Parker. You know what? Nah, Rob Parker hates the Lions. I don't hate the Lions. I just keep it I don't tell you, I don't hate the Lions. Otherwise, I wouldn't go to any games. I don't hate this team. I spent my own money for a loss. I drove 9 hours it took me 14 hours to get home from Kansas City. So that's a little far. The sports show talking heads and the game announcers were just eating Brad up too. All right. So anybody tell me, what did they ask me to do? All right. So what they asked me to do was we started talking and they're like, yeah, so blah, blah, blah. DraftKings, bet US, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nope, I'm sorry. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be more than happy. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't, they don't gamble. They don't push gambling, blah, blah, blah. And we can find a show for you and you can have a show on our network, blah, 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 blah. The next thing I know, ghost, right? Nothing there. Nothing there. So when we come to sponsors, there's some things I'm not going to push. There's some things that, and I value you guys watching the ads is more than enough. And mostly anything that I push has to do with the Detroit Lions, whether it's a Ridge wallet, which I love my Ridge wallet, by the way, or whether it's, whatever it is. And I try to be reasonable. There's a lot of things that I could push, but I don't push them. So anyway, but I appreciate that. Let me see where we at. We almost out of time. I agree with you 100%. Anyone that's a fan of this over 40 have waiting forever to even make the Super Bowl, let alone win one. Start glazing Brad Holmes for sure. Brad just getting ready for his next job. And that's what I'm saying to y'all. Like, we are here, y'all. If you know why I think I resonate, and I know I get with y'all and we get with each other and we, go back and forth, but I get a lot of love when I go out. And I think what happens is I've always resonated with the fans. Like, think about this, because you see a lot of me, or you and me, right? So when I go I could really talk about some people, but I ain't gonna do that. How many Detroit Lions creators do you see at the games? Even if they don't live here. How many do you see at the games? You don't see a lot of them. Maybe they can't get here. Maybe they're logistically, it doesn't make sense. But you don't see a lot of them at the games because they are paid to talk about their team. That's it. I was doing this before I got paid. Right? So I don't know, man. I think I relate. I'm the most relatable. That's just what I feel. I've been watching your channel since 2018 Grid. Went through all you went through with the era. Jim Caldwell and Patricia. I remember you being very impatient for us to make the Super Bowl every year and still now. Oh, he from the old school. Rashad, I remember as well, bro. Let me see. Lions, when are you doing the MJ Bald? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Line up the mustache. Nah, I like what I'm doing right now, but appreciate that. I actually like it when it grows in my mouth. So when I'll eat, right, I bite off a little bit of my mustache hair and it tastes good. I heard it's good for fiber. You know what I mean? It helps with the digestive tract. So I actually like to eat my mustache. So I have no intentions of lining up my mustache, but thank you though. Thank you for being that intense in my, let me see. Bro's never been to one in like 4 years. What's up, Will? Says, sup, Derek? Good video. I agree with your opinion most of the time. The team desperately needs a pass rush. So here's the thing, man. I don't, and I appreciate that, Will. I don't ask for anybody to agree with my opinion. I put my opinion on the internet. It is there to get dissected. I understand that. I do the same thing to other people. What doesn't sit well with me is the fact that it seems like most people are not demanding enough of this football team. That's what grinds my gears. Like, Brad isn't perfect. Is he good? Yes. I would even call him great. I say, you know what? He's a great general manager. He's not flawless though. Can anybody legitimately say that Brad has addressed the edge rusher position? In my opinion, that's the only thing he needs to do. That's really it. He needs to do that. He's going to have to draft a lineman. That's coming up soon. I remember when we drafted Frank Ragnow. I was like, what? But it was the best decision. Taylor Decker, great decision. You know what I'm saying? For everything that, what's his name? What is his name? Bob Quinn. Everything Bob Quinn did for our team, the negative, he drafted Frank Ragnow. He drafted Taylor Decker. He was responsible for half, 40% of the offensive line. So he wasn't all bad, right? So I understand that that's going to have to happen. But what I'm saying is, and nobody, okay, so Penei Sewell was the highest paid at his position at the time. But the highest paid non-quarterback, he wasn't, right? Who are the highest paid non-quarterback players? Most of the time, if not all, they're defensive ends. Why do you think that is? Why do you think we're talking about Micah Parsons? Or why do you think no team wants to give them up? Like, I get what Brad is saying, but also you can draft that guy. You did it with Hutch. What are we doing taking Terrion Arnold when you signed DJ Reed or Cam Sutton, and I know he was bad, or Carlton Davis, or like, why are we doing this? Get that guy. Hutch, who says we can't have two elite guys on rookie deals? I don't understand why that's so hard to ask. Then you go and you double up and you get Ennis, who's played like no time at all. Why is everybody pointing the finger at me? I just call out what's actually happening. TJ Watt is one of those dudes. Let me see. No, he hasn't. I've always has. Greed Hutch needs help. I figured after the end. And then every time we think we're going to get somebody up, another person goes down. Now Taylor Decker's shoulder is hurt. So now y'all saying trade for an offensive lineman. You weren't saying that in week one. But what were we saying? Edge, right? Marcus Davenport, I told you he was not going to stay healthy. Marcus Davenport, what happens? The dude don't even last 2 games. Why is nobody coming at Brad for that? Y'all coming at me. I know what I want because I know what we need. I know what we need. I'm just going by, we need this. Now we need a O-line, right? Did we really need to draft Ennis Rakestraw? Did we really need to draft Isaac Tesla? Let's be real. Let's be real. The dude ain't even playing right now like that. We could have kept Tim Patrick. I'm not mad because he the future, but now we missing Tim Patrick. So come on, man. Not to mention your favorite draft pick, Broderick Martin, which is crazy. We need an edge and an offensive lineman. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Let's have a little competition. Let's put offensive lineman versus secondary player or corner. Which one would you prefer the Lions to trade for? CB or OL? Which one? I agree with Rex Rakestraw take, not Tesla. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. He not playing. We could have used a pass rusher. He's not playing, right? So, but all right. So let me see. Give me. Hey, you know what, Rich? I don't have it on this soundboard. Offensive line. Okay, so see, Paradise is like opposite. So CB, don't worry about Alua coming back. Tyson Alualu. Okay, Broderick got a ring on a practice squad. Martin. Okay, Will. Actually, he did not. Isaiah Buggs got a ring. Chase Cota got a ring. Right. Antoine Green, who was like, we need that Wasi on the team. We could have kept Caden Davis, right? Somebody who actually going to impact the team. All right, so let me see. All right, so the majority is offensive lineman. Okay. Offensive lineman over a CB. All right, so let's do this. Now let's have this. Defensive end or offensive lineman? Defensive end versus offensive lineman. Whiteside showed up for us. We're good at CB. I totally forgot about Bugs got one. See, Will, I don't forget, bro. This is what I do. I don't forget. You know who else got a ring? Chase Cota. Chase Cota got a ring. I don't forget about this stuff. Okay, DE all day. DE. Okay, so Glasses says offensive lineman. I think it's easier to draft at O-line than it is for CB. Okay. DE, offensive lineman, says Denzel. With the talent we got on offense, we need a tackle definitely if we're trying to keep that O-line elite. Okay. Okay. So if we draft an offensive lineman, y'all talking about a left tackle. Or no, we trade for a left tackle. So what does that mean for Taylor? What do we have Taylor Decker. No, he's not playing great, but we got him. What we don't have is that guy opposite Hutch who can win just as much as Hutch. Okay, Run DC says, Derek, 26 draft is deep on the edge position. Run. Does it matter? Does it matter, bro? And how deep we talking? And you know this ain't directed at you. Does it matter? So was 2025, right? And what do we do? What do we do, bro? We trade. Does it matter? Brad, it doesn't. Brad has shown me he does not care. He said it. I made a video about it. He said, I don't care. So does it matter? Does it matter that listen. Unpopular take. The only reason we have Hutch is because he fell to our lap. You could not pass on Hutch was a 10 out of 10 in every single way. And we are overtime right now. We on overtime. Hold on.
We're in overtime.
You know I had to use a sound effect. Brad's going to watch the tape with the lean back. Bro, Will, I'm terrified of that. I am terrified. Let's do this, wrap up the show. My biggest fear First of all, shout out to the NFL for pushing the trade deadline back 1 week. It was a colossal, phenomenal move because think about it. If they wouldn't have done that, the trade deadline would be this Tuesday. There are so many teams that are still in it. Nobody would get traded. They wanted to be frantic at the trade deadline. That's why they pushed it back. I mean, real talk, they might have to go back another week. And if we go up to 18 games, they're gonna go back another week. But real talk, it need to be like week 10 or whatever. We need to go back another week. I am terrified. When I saw Liam McNeil, the first play of the game, get in the backfield, I was like, watch. And then we wind up getting 4 sacks out of that. I said, watch what happened. Watch what happened. Brad he gonna be like, yeah, we made a trade for Donovan Peoples-Jones again. We traded for Trinity Benson. He works at the dollar store, but we just traded. We made a deal with his general manager at the store. Like, I feel that happening, that Brad is not going to do it. And then the Bengals don't want to let go of Trey. So what I'm rooting for is the Giants to lose. I want Kayvon Thibodeau to be available. Not a huge fan of him, but at this point, we're trying to win the Super Bowl. So Kayvon Thibodeau, be available, right? I don't think anybody from the Eagles, maybe because the Eagles ain't trying to get rid of nobody. They ain't trying to get rid of nobody. They will trade for somebody before they give somebody up. So for me, I'm terrified. He going to be like, oh, the Lions are 3rd in sacks. We've got all these sacks. We don't need a pass. Boom. First round exit. First seed exit. Or we get there, Patrick Mahomes got all day to throw, and we lose the Super Bowl. Plenty of former Lions move to the championship because Lions not playing them. Let me see. Brough trading for an old lineman. The D took a big jump in speed. For the love of God. Kayvon with Hutch would be amazing. If someone wants, what if someone wants to come here? They do, Charles. Muffler, I already have it. Let me see. Get a DE now. We can actually win this season. That's all really missing. I believe Dan Skipper till Taylor healthy again. All right. So let's go back. Let me okay, so to go back and answer Paradise the best that I can, what would I like Brad to do this year? How would I like things to go? I think, and I believe this for a while, since 2023, we're an edge rusher away. That's what I like, a needle mover edge, not an average guy, not a C. We need a B plus A. Aiden is elite. I'm not asking for S tier because S tier costs a lot of money, blah, 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 right? But if the Cincinnati Bengals are willing to give Trey Hendrickson for his expiring contract, I mean, we did it with Zadarius Smith, right? I'm not asking them to pay Trey Hendrickson. I'm not asking them to pay Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau, to be honest with you, would probably be even better. Jalen Phillips, loaner. Trey Hendrickson, loaner. Kayvon Thibodeau. Will McDonald. Will McDonald would be a loaner. Because I'm like, yo, could Will McDonald be a Detroit Lion? His money is crazy low. Crazy low. Jermaine Johnson. We could trade for one of them guys. But Jermaine came out and said he's not going anywhere. Will McDonald could be a guy that we can go after. So what I would like to happen is for Brad to make a trade for a pass rusher on an expiring contract or one with another year. Okay? That will buy us some time. We can extend Hutchinson because in the offseason, we're going to extend Hutchinson. So here's what I would like to happen. With the 1st or 2nd round pick of the 2026 NFL draft, we take a left tackle. Or we sign one in free agency because that comes first. So Taylor Decker's gone. I would like them to, if they traded for a Kayvon Thibodeau or a Will McDonald or somebody on a rookie contract that has a year left, that you don't necessarily have to take an edge. But then in the 2nd round, if you don't take an edge in the 1st, take it in the 2nd. So then you'll have a 2nd round. You'll have Aiden Hutchinson, a 2nd round rookie edge, and an expiring contract edge rusher. So all of a sudden, because don't forget, our defensive line is going to look colossally different next year. No Marcus Davenport. No DJ Reader. No Levi. No Pascal. All of them guys. Like Brett. So that's even more incentive to go out, get that guy that's going to push us over the edge and win this thing. And then we can have our Rams year next year. We can have and the only reason the Rams were out of it is because they lost Matthew Stafford. Right? So make a trade for a guy that's going to take us all the way. Expiring contract, rookie, 1 year left of the rookie deal. Draft an offensive line, left tackle in the 1st or 2nd round. The other pick, draft an edge rusher. Right? Do what you got to do in free agency. Because if you think about it, our secondary is still here. Everybody's still here. Branch, Kirby. So we don't even need anybody back there. We can sign some second-tier players back there. I mean, after now we got Arthur Millette and them guys. Hey, so what we need, though, go get that guy. Because next year, hey, yesterday's price ain't today's price. The team is not going to look the same next year. The team is not going to look the same. The D-line, most of them are gone. With that being said, man, I think we will wrap it up. But before we do, I want to look at this statement. Let me see something. Let's go here. Let's look before we wrap it up. And now my family like, you said till 5 o'clock. I did say till 5 o'clock. I did say, that's my bad. That's my bad. My son up there probably like, I'm ready to eat. Okay, so let's do this. Let's look at the D-line. We go into Spot Track and we'll wrap up the video. And this is a reason why. See, I don't know if y'all like into the team. A lot of y'all don't even get the news until you watch one of my videos. I like eat, sleep, breathe Detroit Lions. It's part of my job, but that's what I do. So let's look at the defensive line. Who's under contract for next year? And this is all off the dome. Who's under contract for next year? DJ Reader is not. I think the Lions move on from DJ Reader. They might re-sign him, maybe a 1-2 year deal. Not under contract. Aiden Hutchinson is under contract. And this is all off the dome, so I might be a little off. Aleem McNeil under contract. Keep going down. Roy Lopez, I don't think he is. Tyleik Williams under contract. Keep going down. Dog, where's our defensive line? Akradeen Muhammad, not under contract. Maybe we re-sign him. Not sure. Pat O'Connor, I don't think he's under contract. Keep going down. Tyler Lacey, I don't think he's under contract. He could be. These guys could be. Mekhi Wingo, he I don't remember. I can't remember if he got cut and then re-signed, but he could be. He could be. Is Mekhi Wingo under contract? I can click on his name and see. We'll go back up to him. Quinn Jefferson, I don't think so. And that's the squad. That's the squad. That is the squad, bro. So you see what I'm saying? If we got a good team right now, let's finish the job. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. All right, so let me see. Mekhi Wingo. I can't remember because if you get cut, see, they be tripping. They be trying to get me caught up, bro. All right, so he is under contract. So that means he made the team. So Mekhi Wingo under contract. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our D-line. Lions Live. Okay, said they never cut him. Okay, thank you, sir. So that's what I'm saying. So that's our D-line. That's our D-line. Is it that's our D-line. So our team is phenomenal. Go get a guy. Finish the job. If it works, it works. If it works, we win a Super Bowl. If it doesn't, you took a chance, right? But next year, Brad got a lot of ducks to move next year. He got a lot of stuff to do next year. He got to re-sign or extend Hutch. He has to extend Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got to extend Brian Branch. He's got to decide what he's going to do with Jack Campbell. And those are just those 4 guys. Then the defensive line, what are you going to do? Do you want Marcus Davenport back? No. DJ Reader? Maybe. Do you want, what's his name? What is it? Pasco? No. Pasco, last year of his deal. Levi Onwuzurike. How did that work out, Brad? Right? None of those guys are coming back. Maybe DJ Reader on a 1-2 year deal. I doubt it. Our team is going to look different next year. Finish the job. Take a chance. You don't even got to commit to this guy. The only thing you're going to give up for a trade is a draft pick. That's it. The only thing you're going to give up for Kayvon Thibodeau is a draft pick and a rookie salary. Go get him. Go make this happen. These windows don't stay wide open forever. Look at what the San Francisco 49ers. They go get CMC. They make it to the Super Bowl. That's what we need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm asking. That's all I want Bradley, Matthias, Jerome, Cornelius Holmes to do is get us there. Make us that team. If we lose, we lose, but we made it. No, I don't. No, I want to win. I want to win, bro. I'd be devastated. But at least we can check that off, right? So I'm not trying to be a certain type of way. I'm not. We just Al-Qadim will be back. Lions Livewire. Okay, let me ask you this: do you want him to be number 2? Do you want him to be number 2? I can see him coming back, but do you want him to be number 2? That's the question. Davenport will save us, absolutely. All right, so I'm out of here. Y'all had me going. We went way over time. 15 minutes over. I will see y'all next week. All right, enjoy the bye week. I've got some videos to make and some food to eat. I will see you guys next time. Go Lions. Appreciate y'all, everybody in the comment section. Even you, Paradise. Get them reps in, bro.